Hey YouTube, Retro Smurf 35 here again, coming at you with a big score. Pretty happy with this one. This is the one I talked about in my last video. It came in and it is just as I expected, which is really awesome. So I don't plan on doing a lot of pickups from eBay, but this is kind of a special situation. So I'll kind of give you a little background story on kind of what I picked up and how good of a deal I got on it, which is hard to believe, right? eBay. First of all, sometimes I get some good pickups, picking things up from new eBay sellers. I know you take a lot of risk sometimes when they have 0 rating or low rating. In this case, she had a 0 rating, selling some stuff. She was listing real slow, but listed a couple things I really liked. Actually, first I was looking at a 64, and it had a expansion pack in it, and she wanted $5 with 15 shipping, or 13 shipping. It was 18 overall. I mean, just the expansion pack would have been worth it for me, but it sold before I could get it. But she slowly was listing some other stuff, and actually, so she listed another thing later the next day, and I just happened to kind of click on it and see what else she was selling. And I guess I'll show you that first. But I don't have one of these, and kind of like I had in my last video, I like variants on consoles. So it's a Super NES 2. It's all it is right here. It works. It's dirty. It needs a lot of cleaning, which is a lot of this stuff does. But it was cool to pick that up. I don't have this. Never had this. Now, Super Nintendo is my favorite system of all time, probably because I have so much nostalgia for it. It was the first system I owned myself, and it was your first gaming system. You get so loving all the different games, and you just remember renting, going to the store. Me and my brother would go to the store and pick out a game each weekend, and we get to play it all weekend and then return it. So I have a lot of nostalgia for the Super Nintendo, and I think that's why I was really happy to get this lot and get a lot of those games I remember as a kid. So this is all going to be a Super Nintendo lot, but like I said, she had this listed, and this was the same deal, $5. So I purchased this. Also, she had another game that me and my brother used to rent, and this was for buy it now, $2. And she said she'd do combined shipping, so I was like, I'll pick it up. WF Raw. All of them had these weird stickers. I've cleaned a couple of these games already, and the sticker comes right off, and real easy. So I don't know what it's there for, but it's pretty cool. WF Raw. Okay, so I purchased those two things, and she goes, I said, hey, so are you going to be listing more games? Or she had said, I'm going to be listing more games, so if you want to wait for a second to pay that, you can see what I'm going to list. I said, okay. When do you think you're going to list them? I started asking her a few questions, like, oh, so how long is it going to take? Because it's kind of taking me a while. Do you have, like, a list? And she goes, yeah. Let me send you a list, and then I'll just let you pick what you want before I list them. And we'll just add it to the cost so that it's through eBay, so the protection's there, and it was in the added cost. And so the protection's there, and then you don't get in trouble with eBay. So she sent me the list, and I'll explain more on how she priced them out, but I took them all. I'll just start busting through some of these games. They're all pretty good, all real dirty. I don't know what's up with getting Coke on everything, I swear, but they always seem to be dirty. A lot of these games I didn't have, some of them I did. Super Black Bass. Of course, that funky white thing again, but Ken Griffey Jr. Winning Run. Donkey Kong Country 1. I love this game. As a kid, I remember playing it all the time. Could never get far. Have played it again since and finally beaten it. Yeah, I as a kid, I don't know how the heck you would ever beat this game, but I've beaten it now. Tecmo Super NBA Basketball. Pilot Wings. I kind of remember this game vaguely. This next one's all-time classic. Just great because especially if you're a big retro gamer, you gotta have this cart. Super Mario All-Stars. The Million Players Choice $1 million one. These next few carts I already cleaned. I just wanted to see if I could get them all cleaned up. So these ones look a little cleaner, which is what those ones all. Once I clean everything else, will look like this too. Uniracers. I didn't have this variant of this game, but this is probably my all-time favorite game for the Super Nintendo. But I mean, it's such a common game for everybody. But everybody loves it. Legend of Zelda. But this is the million-seller copy. I didn't have that. I had the original. So this was cool to get in there. Beethoven. Yeah, probably never play it, but another one for the collection. Never played this either, but I remember when this movie came out, it was awesome, and has led to a lot of Pixar movies. Toy Story. Alright, back to games that I didn't clean. Zoop. I have this for the Sega Genesis box, so I'll just add this for the SNES. Actually, I have this, but this one's in better condition. Super Punch-Out. I love Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, like everybody for the regular Nintendo. Super Punch-Out, I don't love it that much, but it's still a fun game. Championship Pool. Now this one looks gnarly. I mean, it's just gross looking, but I don't have it. I'll clean it up. I'll keep it till I get a better copy. NHLPA Hockey. Another one of these sports games. These are just kind of throw-ins. This is a good title. Dirty. I'll be able to clean it up. Castlevania 4. I have a copy of it, so I'll either trade this or sell it on eBay. Yeah. Battleship. Didn't have this one, but Super Street Fighter 2. I have Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I don't remember what the difference is between this and the others, but I'll try it out when I clean it up. Another game I don't know if I'll play, but I added this to the collection, Champions World Class Soccer. This one will be cool. Indiana Jones' Greatest Adventures. Never played it, but that'll be fun. NFL Quarterback Club. Nothing special. Have a copy of this already, so this will probably be one I trade as well. Donkey Kong Country 3. But happy to get another copy of that one. Good copy of this one. I think I have it. This is better condition. Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally, sorry. Miss Pac-Man. Got that for every system, right? Probably one of the all-time best hockey games for actual EA games. NHL 94. I know any people that love hockey are gonna agree that it's one of the best ones. Hey guys, back again. Sorry, end of the video cut out. I picked up it was Vortex. This game I have a lot of nostalgia for. I remember playing it with my brother. We'd rent it a lot. It's real too short, but amazing game anyways. Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. Love that game. Super Pinball. This was actually a game I was pretty happy to see that was in this slot. Earthworm Jim 2. Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition. I'm not going to talk about some of these. Madden 97. This one's a little beat up, but Killer Instinct. Like I said, a lot of these I'm going to clean up anyways. Another copy of Zelda. This is the original version though. This is the one I have. So I'll definitely be trading that one. Almost dropped it there. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. NBA Live 96. Revolution X, Music is the Weapon, featuring Aerosmith. No clue what that is, and whatever. Didn't have it. This one, when she gave me the list, I wanted this game. I mean, it's probably nothing special, but Top Gear 2. This is the only one that's wrecked. Of course, one game that I actually wanted out of the lot that I didn't have. And it's got this Blockbuster crap all over it, so that one's all but gone anyways, but alright, original Top Gear. I already have that, and this one's all unfaded. Didn't have this one, Super Bases Loaded 2, but I like all the other bases loaded, even though they kind of haven't held up with time. This is a great game, but this one is absolutely wrecked. This is the Coke kind of stuff. I already cleaned up some of the other ones that had it, but Final Fight. I love that game, but yeah, it's got junk all over it. The last two here, Clay Fighter. Now I have this complete and boxed. I think I put that in my first video for the Genesis. And this was the only Donkey Kong I didn't have, and it's Donkey Kong 2. So happy to pick up the final one, get it cleaned up, add it to the collection. So as she gave me the list, I was thinking she already had a good price on the other stuff, so I was thinking she'd probably throw me a good price. But she had some other games listed at the same time, like Super Star Wars for $30. Just card only. I don't know why she thought that game was worth so much more, but she gave me this huge list of all these games and said, hey, pick out of these 42 games or 41 games, and if you pick and choose, I'll do them for $1.50 each, or if you just take them all, I'll do $1 a piece. So right away I came back to her as fast as I could and said, hey, you know what, I'd love to take all those, so how much is it going to be? She says, I could fit everything you got here into 2 medium rate boxes, and it'll be $75 total plus the stuff you had already purchased. So that already stuff I had bought was going to be, I think, $24, so it was about another $51, so it cost me $75 for all that. It was on eBay. Just asked a question, still did it through eBay, so it was all legit, but real happy with that. It's going to add a lot to my collection. Real excited to get all those games cleaned up. They are dirty, but probably my best eBay score. I mean, I guess I'd call it an eBay score. But a great haul, some great titles in there, and actually some real quality games. Reach out to me if you guys want to do any trades maybe eventually here. I haven't really done a trade on YouTube, so mostly just done trades with friends and things. But thanks for watching the first couple videos. Hope you have watched them. If not, go back and watch them. Subscribe, comment, like, anything. Thanks again for watching, and see you next week.